Earth right now is a little more than 7 billion people. What will it be when I'm as old as my parents? Well, by the year 2050, the world population is suspected to be over 10 billion people. That's almost a third more people on our planet than we have right now. So how are we going to sustain all these extra people? Is there going to be enough food and water for everybody's needs? Looking to the future, it seems clear to me that we are going to have to rely more and more on technology to help us meet the increasing needs of the world's population, particularly the basic needs of food and water. I believe that one of the technologies we'll be using much more in the future is aquaponics. Aquaponics is a combination of hydroponics, the growing of plants without soil, and aquaculture, or fish farming. What happens in aquaponics is the fish and plants live in sort of a symbiotic relationship. The fish produce waste, which is processed by bacteria to become nutrients that plants can use. Then, the plants filter out the waste nutrients and make the water clean for fish use again. This type of system works with both a large commercial venture or as a small homemade system that serves just a family. It is accessible to all. Let's say you want to set up your own aquaponics system. Well, first you would need a rearing tank where you would raise your fish. Tilapia is a good choice, but there are many other freshwater species you could use. Some shellfish work pretty well too, like crayfish or prawns. Now, before the water from your fish tank is sent onto your plants, it is a good idea to put it through a biofilter unit where certain nitrification bacteria is encouraged to grow. This bacteria helps convert ammonia into nitrates used by plants. Finally, your water is sent to the hydroponic grow beds. You can fill your grow beds with perlite, gravel, mineral wool, or expanded clay pebbles. Or you could put the plant's roots directly into the mineral solution. Most fruits and vegetables grow extremely well in a hydroponic environment, even better than those grown in the soil. And instead of large garden beds, you have the option of using a space-saving arrangement, like a vertical tower that is trickle-fed from the top, or stacked horizontal PVC pipes. This holds for net pots. Eventually, the water gets recirculated back to your rearing tank. It has been completely cleaned by the plants. Done right, aquaponics is a self-contained, closed-loop system. It is a technology that anyone can learn to use. What I like best about aquaponics is not just that it is user-friendly technology, but that it has so many advantages over regular agriculture. First of all, not just plants are raised, you get fish to eat too. And a diet of fish and vegetables adds up to a pretty wholesome diet. There may be a conservation benefit to fish as well. Having more freshwater fish available might help us move away from overfishing in the ocean. Growing vegetables in an aquaponics system gives us a healthier world too in other ways. The aquaponics process doesn't require adding lots and lots of extra chemicals, like the ones used in conventional farming. No fertilizer, because that's the job of your fish water, and because everything used in your system ends up back in your fish tank, you can't use any harmful pesticides. Therefore, you have to grow plants organically. Once up and running, the only things which really need to be put into an aquaponics system are fish food, a few trace minerals, and just a little water to account for evaporation and water absorption by the plants. Water conservation is maybe the biggest advantage of aquaponics. For the same amount of fruits or vegetables produced, an aquaponics system uses only 2% of the water that a conventional irrigated farm uses. The reuse of most of the water makes it possible to use aquaponics where water is scarce, even desert conditions. When you consider that it is the lack of water and arable land that keeps many regions and countries from producing enough food to feed their people, you can see that aquaponics is going to be helpful in improving the entire world's food supply. both now and in the future. Those extra 3 billion people will get fed fresh fish and vegetables and have enough water left over to serve their other needs. Aquaponics hasn't been around for very long, but you now can find sites where will train you on how to set up and maintain your own aquaponics system. It is a growing industry, which I think is a very good thing. I would love to have an aquaponics set up in my own backyard, and maybe someday I will. In fact, who knows? I might be one of those developing aquaponics farms either here in the U.S. or abroad. I don't know what the future holds for me or the other 10 billion people that are destined to be on this planet in 2050, but I plan for all of us to have enough to eat. Thank you.